and it is preparing live. And I think we are live on Facebook. Nice to see you all on this, what is it, Tuesday, October 26th. Hello. I'm going to get feedback here in just a second. So I'm just minimizing my screen because I'm negotiating Facebook and Zoom. Hi, everybody, and hello to our very valued customers on Vitality Living, our community, our wellness community page. My name is Marisa Maggio-Harelson, and I have three wonderful guests here. I have Dr. Amy Leverett joining us today. She is a pediatric ophthalmologist. We have Natasha Aragon, who also is going to share some incredible benefits that she's experienced on a new product that we have called Icy Bright. And I have Mark Johnson here as well. So we have all age groups here, pretty much all age groups. But we wanted to share. So many of you have seen on Vitality Living some new postings about a new product that LifeVantage launched called Icy Bright. And it's for your eyes. It's nourishment for the eyes. And I'm so excited about this product, this natural product. And Dr. Amy actually has worked over 30 years in pediatric ophthalmology. Most recently was at Phoenix Children's Hospital, and really was blown away by the science of LifeVantage products, as many other medical professionals have been as well. And this new product, I didn't think LifeVantage could get any better when it comes to products, but we have Protandim, the NRF2 activator, to reduce oxidative stress, but we also get oxidative stress in our eyes. And yes, people will say, well, should Nerf2 handle all that? Well, maybe, yes, it's good, but also think about your eyes are being exposed, right? This is like an organ that is being exposed. So with this, I'm just going to turn it over. We're going to do a Q&A with Dr. Amy Leverett, and then we'll also hear from Mark and Natasha as well. And just what they have noticed by the short time. This only been out for a couple of weeks now. It was released at our global convention earlier this month. And I love this product. I'm so excited about it, and I'll share my story in a little bit as well as to why. But Dr. Amy, tell us a little bit about why you are so, first of all, what is Icy Bright?
Sure. Well, thanks, Marisa. So this is a beautiful extension of so much of what LifeVantage does. Oxidative stress is what we're trying to deal with. It's at the root cause of all of aging and all kinds of chronic diseases. So this product is a beautiful extension of all the research that's been done prior and the products that LifeVantage puts out. And I am super excited about it because it is absolutely comprehensive in all the areas that it targets in the eye and helping with our vision. It's actually been something I think they knocked out of the park. And there is a precedent behind all the ingredients in it. They've been studied for decades on eye health and the nourishment of the eye. And I think what's so unique about it is, besides the higher concentrations of the pigment lutein and zeaxanthin, which is a very, very critical pigment that's found in orange and yellow vegetables, plant-based vegetables. But what we're seeing in our world today, with so much blue light and so much exposure from our digital devices, it'd be a benefit for us to have some kind of protection against that. So this is where they started with their target, but every single component of it has application for reducing oxidative stress, with anti-inflammation, detoxification, and it pretty much targets everything in the eye and all the things that we're worried about.
So what are some of the ingredients in it? You said lutein and zeaxanthin,
right?
And those are carotenoids, correct? That our eyes produce?
Yes, they're plant-based, and they concentrate in our retina, in the center of our retina. It's called the macula, and that's our area that is in the very, very center of our retina. It's a smaller location. It's the center of our visual acuity. and it concentrates in the layers there. And so the density of that macular pigment is extremely important because it blocks 90% of the blue light that comes into our eyes. And blue light is a very, very high energy, low short wavelength energy that gets concentrated in that part of the eye, and it causes oxidative stress, which causes, well, oxidative stress is the damage from free radicals from the metabolism of the retinal cells, and it can cause a phototoxicity or a toxicity related to the metabolism of light. So it can be destructive. And there is a link with a condition in the eyes that we see with aging called macular degeneration. So if we can lower the amount of blue light that causes that photooxidation, it's going to be helpful for that, as well as eye fatigue.
So this is like sunscreen for the eyes, in so to speak, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
And the other ingredients are basically phytonutrients, minerals, omegas, which are extremely important for the health of the eyes, because the eyes, especially the retina, the optic nerve, they're all extensions of the brain, which has high metabolic rate, high consumption of oxygen, and are very lipid dense. So in that way, they're very, very subject to oxidative stress. So the omegas are important for the health of the retinal cells. They're important for nerve conduction, and they're also important for dry eyes. And this is one of the reasons I'm super excited about this product, because it targets dry eyes in a huge way,
I'm saying my story right now. I haven't put eye drops in my eyes in 2 weeks, and literally I have to use eye drops every single day. And I have not, since I've been on this product for 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks exactly, red eyes and dry eyes. And so I'm just for that, it is a win-win. I'm so excited about it, Amy.
right.
So some of the other ingredients you mentioned
Right.
are.
So we have the minerals, the zinc and the copper, which is very, very important for our antioxidants to work properly. There's vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D, all have their important functions. The vitamin E is a huge antioxidant. It also works synergistically with the zeaxanthin that I told you about to boost the antioxidant production and the repair. The vitamin C is hugely antioxidant. It's good for collagen production. The vitamin D helps with our tears, also with the secretion of the watery component of our tear film. So that's absolutely critical. The other really interesting ingredient is bilberry. And bilberry's been out for years now. They've done a lot of research on bilberry because there was a thought that it improved our night vision. And initially there were studies on either side of whether or not this bilberry actually improves night vision, but there's been some more recent supportive studies in that regard. So the zeaxanthin and the lutein and the bilberry are very important for night vision. And the bilberry itself is hugely antioxidant, hugely anti-inflammatory, and is very helpful for our tears.
Wow, this is amazing. And I love the price point of this. It's only $29.99 for a month's supply. Some people like Mark Johnson are taking 4 a day. The dosage is 2 a day. I done 3, so I split it down the middle. So we'll come back to you, Dr. Amy, but let's go to Mark. And Mark, what have you noticed?
Well, the first thing I noticed was eye strain and eye fatigue. Literally day one. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's placebo because I was so excited about the product. So for those of you who don't know, I had retina detachment in my right eye 4 years ago. And so that eye is kind of not functions very well. So I've been looking to do anything to help that. And actually when LifeVantage came out with the NAD, I had at 2.5 years, had huge improvement in 30 days, which was mind-boggling. Even my eye doctor couldn't believe the results.
With the Protandim NAD and your eye
Yeah,
health?
with the NAD. Yeah, it was huge. I literally went from being able to read, I couldn't read 3-inch letters with that eye down to size 6 font. Now, it wasn't super clear. And it was kind of like if you see the movies with the bee where the bee has all these different eye things. So I kind of had to move the font around a little bit to read it and see it. But the fact that I couldn't read 3 inch down to size 6 was amazing to me. And that was after 2.5 years. So when there shouldn't have been any more improvement, supposedly, to your eyes. So I'm always looking for something that helps. So I was excited about this product. And when I found out it was safe to take 2 doses a day, I said, I'm all in. So, but dry eyes, I've noticed they're more lubricated. They just feel like they're more lubricated. And then of course the eye strain and the fatigue. I spent a lot of screen time on the computer, and I just, literally I hit a certain point where I just felt like I needed to get away because I just wasn't functioning right. And now I don't have that. So I'm real excited to see what it does. It's only been 2 weeks. So
I know. It's
yeah,
just going to get better and better. I feel like I can see, I have good eyesight. I have pretty much 20/20. I have a slight stigmatism in my left eye, and I only need readers, to be honest with you. So what I've noticed, I'm going, is it the time of year? But everything looks a little brighter and crisper. Like, and I wish I had really paid a lot of more attention to that prior to trying this. But I really do feel like when I look out the kitchen window and I can see the neighbor's trees, I feel like the leaves are the edges I'm seeing clearer for some reason.
they're brighter color too. I've noticed the colors are popping, the reds and the greens, everything is like,
Yes.
it's like there was a film before that's kind of been lifted.
Wow.
So yeah,
Which must make you happier. Like,
absolutely.
a better
Hey, I
mood.
can't imagine losing your eyes. Imagine not having eyesight, So I have a deep respect for that, since I kind of have one that's not very useful, but I'd hate to lose the other one. But eyes are critical. A lot of people say they'd rather lose an arm or a leg or a lot of things they would rather lose than lose their eyesight. But it's a real gift. So to protect our eyes, I think, is just kind of a no-brainer.
Absolutely, Mark. Thank you so much. And Natasha, what about you, love? You're young, and why would someone this young be caring so much about their eyes?
Well, I'm 26, and I, when you're a mom, when you have your first baby, you're like, oh, it's due to having a child. Everything goes to crap after that. But we can't keep doing that. Obviously, it's health stuff too. But I noticed that after a certain age, early 20s, I was like, I'm having a hard time driving at night. It seemed like the headlights were just so bright and I had to squint. And then I was having trouble finding the lines on the road to try to stay on the road. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll go in to see an eye doctor. And I did that actually, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago. And they said, your eyes are fine. I said, no, they're not okay. I can't see at night. I'm having issues when I sleep. My eyes would flutter so much and I just couldn't sleep. And they would hurt. So the eye strain, of course, and I don't watch TV, maybe once a month. My son doesn't even watch TV either. I am on my phone a lot with doing this as well, and texting and whatnot. So that could have something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started to think, oh, well, I get my eyelashes done. Maybe it's the chemicals in the glue that is, messing with my eyes, which is very possible as well. So I think it's super important for everybody young to even be taking this too, because there's so many things that we do day in and day out that are damaging our eyes. And we just, we're young. So we're like, oh, we don't care, I'll be fine. Not a big deal. But I think it's super important. And it took me maybe about just over a week to a week and a half, maybe, to really see the difference. I didn't have floaters in my eyes, and I had horrible floaters in my eyes just all the time. My peripheral vision was so crappy due to that as well. So I've noticed a huge improvement with all of that. And I highly recommend that people my age definitely take it, and even younger too.
Absolutely. Well, what a great story. Dr. Amy, what else can you add about our new Icy Bright product and why you're so excited? Why people should be on this?
Well, I think that First of all, when you speak about fatigue, when you speak about eye strain, for me, even as an ophthalmologist, it was sort of vague because I think there's a lot of things that play into it. And I think what's important to bring out is that what the lutein and the zeaxanthin do is they actually help to filter some of that blue light, which actually reduces our contrast sensitivity. So that might be one reason why our vision seems a bit clearer. I think also the dryness in our eyes, when you don't have a normal tear film, it really can wreak havoc on your vision. And so that alone, not only does it improve your vision, but I think it improves that sensation of fatigue as well. Because I know when I'm on the computer, my eyes are tired. All I want to do is shut my eyes. And that's my biggest issue of fatigue. But the other aspect, which is a beautiful, I don't want to say side effect, because I think it was in mind when they made this product, was the brain fog. I think again, fatigue is related to our mental fatigue. And all this incredible antioxidant protection and this incredible anti-inflammatory protection helps with brain fog, helps with all the inflammation in our neurological system. There's a improvement with nerve conductivity. So I think we can talk about how this has a very good potential to help with mood and attention and focus as well. So I think the mental component is important to bring out as well.
Yes, and then what else I read about this too is acuity, like or reaction time if you are an athlete. And I have to say, my dear friend Jim Parkin, who's 83 years old and he plays pickleball every day, said he had no idea that was his reaction time was better. He felt since taking this, that's what he had noticed. Now, could there be something with that?
Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, both the lutein and the zeaxanthin and the omegas and vitamin E are all helpful in nerve conductivity. Absolutely. And the other issue is improvement in sleep. When you can block out some of that blue light, because blue light reduces our melatonin production, and that's why we need it during the day to get us get our attention up, our focus up, and but we don't need it at night when we want to go to sleep. So if we are able to filter some of that blue light a little bit more, it allows us to produce our own melatonin and allows us to fall asleep. So that's a real big component of the trying to filter the blue light.
Wonderful. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Anything
I don't think so. Everybody needs to be on it. That's all I have to say about it.
It's a great product. I think they really hit it out of the park with this combination.
Beautiful. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And listen, get back to the person that invited you to this Facebook group. If you're interested in learning more about Icy Bright, reach out to them so that they can help you get started. I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, and Mark, you really hit it when you talk about eye health and our vision, that sense. It's one of our six senses, and it's so critically important. And I would not want to be without my eye health. So thank you, everybody. We'll stop this live stream. Have a beautiful day, everyone, in Vitality Living, and really, honor that you are taking charge of your health by being on these amazing, amazing products. Take care.